Today we're going to be taking a look at a solution for some of those heavier kayaks. And the solution to this is the Rhino-Rack T-Load Assist bar. So this is going to be a hitch mounted accessory for your 2-inch hitch receiver. The nice thing about it is we fold it back like this. We can go ahead and take this up, get it kind of lined up with it. And typically we have the back end kind of slide out on us, but it does come with a little pad to protect your kayak from scratches, but also allowing it not to slide around. So now that this is done, we'll take it, lean it up, and I'm not really holding a whole lot of the weight, which is nice. So now we can get it up here, situate it, and then tie it down. So this is a lot easier, especially as the weights start to go up. This kayak's not that heavy, but some of those fishing kayaks, they get kind of up there. So this is definitely going to be the easiest way to load that thing up. What comes with the kit is these little load stops. So the angle right here, this is for your kayaks, but we can take this off, swap it around, and then the flat side is going to be for your lumber or ladders. You can tie down your kayak like you normally do. The cool thing about this is on the end, what I would do is just take this, throw it over the top, and use this as a strap. It's already there. It's nice and perfect length, like this. And go in there, tie it down. And if we did have these load stops a little bit closer, the nice thing is we have this little piece underneath here to protect the kayak from any scratches. And the way you adjust these load stops is, just loosen them up a little bit, slide it on down, done deal. If you really needed to do that, but then when I unload it, obviously the center of our kayak's a little bit wider, but just know you do have these adjustments here on both sides. Very easy, you don't need a tool or anything, you're good to go. This is basically just your Rhino-Rack aero bar. It's made of aluminum, it's got an aerodynamic shape to it, and it's about 49 inches long, which is pretty good for most loads. We want to make sure that our whole entire setup's going to work with your kayak. If you have a really heavy kayak, just make sure it's not going to be exceeding 165 pounds. Depending on what kind of car you have, what kind of rack you're working with, ladder rack or roof rack, you can use the included tool to adjust this. So it's a telescoping system. So once we loosen this up a couple turns, we'll be able to lower it if we want to, raise it up if we really want to, tighten it back up. And once we find that perfect little spot for your kayak, what you can do is come down to this little hole. We'll just go ahead and tighten it up. And then with the hole, we'll just take a little drill bit, drill this out right there. And they do give us a clip to go through it to mark our spots. So we can adjust it real low to put it in our garage. And then whenever we want to use it, drill that hole, put this in, and you know you're all ready to rip. As you can see, it's perfectly level. Didn't take me a whole lot of time to get it level, and I think that's pretty neat. We can also do some more adjustments. We have a hole here, or we can take the bolts out altogether, and that's going to change how far it goes back. So in the highest setting, it doesn't come back a whole lot, not much at all. So that's how far it goes back there, and that's it upright. Let's take it off, go to the second setting. Let's see how far it goes back. This is what we were using earlier, which this will change depending on what kind of roof you have and what kind of vehicle you have. So there's that one, and then let's take it out all together. And see. And that's kind of a lot. So it all just depends. Just know you have adjustability there. And whenever we have it all loaded up, we're going to have this hole right here, which we can take this through, and it's going to be locked into place. Looking down further on our shank, again, this is for your 2-inch hitch receivers, but we are going to get an anti-rattle bolt on the end of it with a lock. So a lot of these accessories don't come with locks. This one does, which is awesome. And that anti-rattle bolt, what that does is it just makes sure it's nice and secure to your hitch, so you're not going to hear any rattling at all. If we're ready to catch some fish, pull the pin, unstrap your yak, and then grab your yak. Go down like this. Look at that. Put it down on the pad, grab your yak, and hit the water and catch some fish. I do like how they have the strip here because I wasn't hearing the plastic on the aluminum rubbing. So that's good, it's not gonna scratch your kayak. So it's always nice that you buy something that's gonna protect your investment. And whenever we're done, you can either leave it down if you really wanted to, just to prepare for loading it up, put the pin in, call it a day. Or if you are planning on putting it into your garage, what you can do is just loosen this up, take it down, undo the bolt and the lock, and put it somewhere in your garage to store it away. Comparing the Rhino-Rack Load Assist to some of the other ones on our website, I think this one's gonna be the one that's more customizable, meaning some of them just have pre-drilled holes. This one, you put it to where you need it, you drill the hole, and then it's set for you. It does come with some load stops, which have 2 different configurations for heavy wood and stuff like that, but also your kayaks. And it does have a little strap, which kind of acts as a roller bar. The other ones on our website, you have to grab a roller bar separately. I think the roller will be a little bit nicer to use compared to just a strap, but this one just comes with it and it worked just how it should have. So I definitely think that this one's gonna be for those heavier kayaks and even the other ones as well. You know, you're really gonna need a lot of help getting those really heavy kayaks up onto your roof. I don't think this is going to speed up the process a whole lot with your normal kayaks. I'd rather just manhandle it and put it up on there. Or also just check out our Load Assist kayak carriers if you do have a lighter kayak and you just want a little bit of help. And that's pretty much it for a look at the Rhino-Rack Load Assist. And I'm Adam with eTrailer.